I am getting this beauty ready to go and deliver it to the Art Gallery of Sierra for the show that's opening up this coming Saturday, April the 16th, called All Mixed Up. So what I'm going to do here is put the wire hanger on the back, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So I have a piece of wire cut here, and it is just a little bit longer than the width of the canvas, maybe about 2 inches that hang out on each side. And it's very, very light wire because this is on canvas, so I really don't need something to be too heavy. And then I have these 2 screws. So usually when I put the hanger on, I have it attached where it's about 1/3 of the way down from the top of the canvas. So this stick that I'm using here is about 1/3 of the actual distance. So I want to start from the very top here, and I'm going to measure about 1/3. So you can see, start measuring from the very top, and I'm trying to do this with one hand holding the camera, the other where I'm going to mark, so that you can see where that stick ends. And all I'm going to do is simply put a little dot, and that is where I am going to be putting the screw eye, right in that spot. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, because of course you want it to be in the same distance. So let me just grab my marker here real quickly, and starting from the top, measuring down to the very tip of that, and I'm going to put another dot right there, and then that will be where I put the screw eyes. Alright, so I went ahead and I attempted to screw it in, but this is a little bit harder than the ones that I'm used to working with. So the next thing I'm going to show you is just how I drill a tiny hole. I'm finding that the wood is a little hard. Normally I'd be able to just screw it in by hand, but this wood is kind of hard. So I'm going to show you what I do in the case where the wood is hard, and all I'm going to do is drill a little bit of hole to get started, and that way I can just go ahead and screw that in. Now you have to be careful whenever you're drilling the hole that you don't go through the entire piece of wood, because then you're going to drill right through the painting, and you do not want that to happen. Alright, so bear with me, and I am going to just drill a tiny hole into this area. There you go. That didn't go very far at all, and I'm going to do that with the other side as well. Now that I've drilled both sides, what I'm going to do is just simply screw this in. Use my right hand and simply screw it in using your hand, and then when it comes down to where it's kind of hard to turn with your fingers, what I usually do is just use a pen. And let me grab a pen real quickly, and you just use a pen or just something with a point, and you can just simply place it in, and you can continue to turn. That way you're not hurting your fingers. And you just keep turning until it's flush with the wood, and you want it to be facing north-south. And I'm going to do the identical thing with the other side, so bear with me. So now I've got both screw eyes situated. There's the other one. And now I'm going to show you how I attach the wire. Alright, so I have about 2 inches, about 2 to 3 inches extra wire on either side. That's going to be sticking out like this. and I have that same length on the opposite side. So what I'm going to do is make sure that what I'm going to do is just simply push this through here, through the screw eye, and then I'm going to wrap that around, and I'm going to bring it back to the top, bend it, and it goes through the screw eye from here. Hopefully you can see, and see it forms. Now you just simply pull it taut like that. What I do is I take the rest of the wire and I wrap around on itself like this. And I know there's a piece of wire sticking out there, and I'm going to show you what I do at the end to avoid that showing. So let's go to the other side and attach that other piece. So now I'm on the opposite side, and all I'm going to do is simply again take this wire, push it through the screw eye, because now I'm going to be completely attaching. I want to pull the wire here as taut as I can, and then I'm going to simply wrap it around again, wrap it underneath, and bring this one back through the screw eye, keeping this as taut as possible, holding on to this and then pulling this through. And again, I'm going to just simply take this and wrap around on itself. Just like that, and that is pretty taut right there. So, alright, so the last step is to protect yourself from these little pieces of wire that will be sticking out, because you don't want to have your finger hit these. They are quite sharp. So what I do is I simply use some masking tape to wrap around that area, and I just simply take a piece and I just wrap. That way when you're handling it, you accidentally touch that area, it's not going to hurt your fingers. Plus it just, to me, just aesthetics, just kind of finishes off the work. You can use clear tape if you want to, but I find that the masking tape works a lot better. And I'm going to go ahead and do that on the opposite side as well. Now the wire has been attached, and it's been wrapped, at least in those areas, and it's ready to go.